Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tim's and Stilettos. I'm your favorite girl, Davina,
And your least favorite guy, Armand.
who is already starting today. I just want to put that out there. He's already starting.
Listen, I came in with
So,
a good amount of energy. We started off before the show
uh huh,
because
uh huh.
black men don't cheat and women are more coordinated in their attacks. So just gonna go with that and just keep it going. But I hope y'all having a wonderful, wonderful day.
That's what you going with. That's how you starting us off today.
Let's start it off.
No. You started off.
Um, okay, let's get into it. So today we are talking about women who cheat because they're not.
Stop it. That was not the topic. It is something wrong with. Did you drink before you came
Water.
in? Okay.
All right, so the topic is why do people, right? No, not why do people cheat. Men cheat because they're not with the woman they want to be with.
Oh,
But
we were
but
honest.
I think the topic should be people cheat when they're not with the person they want to be with. It could be an
Yes.
open spectrum between men and women.
Correct. So the backstory to this is there is a video out there in the world. Her screen name is 6 Footer. I believe that's her screen name. I don't call her that because whatever.
Mhm.
But she made a video talking about men cheat because they aren't with the person that they're supposed to be with. And you
Okay.
sent me the video. I had already seen it,
Right.
but yeah, so
It's
we're now
crazy.
going to give our take on why men cheat
Well,
instead of leaving.
men cheat for numerous of reasons, but to be totally honest and clear, it doesn't justify doing it. Let's just put that out
Look
there.
at you being a man and acknowledging that.
I'm just saying, there's no reason to cheat.
Wait, hold on. I need that on my
You
camera.
want to
Hold
get that
on.
on camera so you can say on what day I said that?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's
Oh
start over.
shoot. Wait, I took a picture of it.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Go.
Okay, so now let's just want to clarify this.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason to cheat.
Oh wait. Go back.
Oh,
Sorry.
so you know what? Yet.
Okay, and go.
All right, your video skills just needs some work. But men, there's no reason for you to cheat. You could always leave and leave the relationship before you hurt somebody.
Thank you very much.
All right, but
But
there is no buts. I just want to say this though. There are all different variables to men and women cheating.
yes.
There's no right or wrong answer to it. But
Well, it's all wrong to cheat.
everybody has their own reason why they did what they did.
Okay. This is my belief. Men and women cheat for different reasons.
Right.
Men cheat for physical reasons.
No, not always. That's not always true.
Majority. Would you say majority of the time is for physical reasons?
Yeah, I would say majority.
Okay, and majority of the time.
You know what? In all honesty, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Uh-huh.
I would have to say no. Because a man could be like on a real good mind space, but he could have a woman that downgrades him and belittles him, and he'll cheat because of the way he's being cheated. And it's not really just what if he's not really attracted to the person, but
She's
she
saying what he
speaks
wants.
into him. She speaks
Right.
positivity and she talks to him nicely, and
So
it's just.
leave.
I know, but I'm just saying I can't really say it's
Okay.
always physical.
Physical.
Aspect.
Okay.
I would say about 40%.
Is physical?
Yeah, I wouldn't say more than 50.
Really? Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to say majority of the time. What you just said as far as when a man cheats, the
Mhm.
emotional, I would say that's the main reason that women cheat.
Women cheat because y'all are better at it and y'all are better at doing it. And that
Well, we're not. No. Because,
and-
but there still has to be a reason. Even though, from what you're saying, we're
Mhm.
better at it.
oh, y'all are very, very, very structured. And
Well,
y'all
here's the thing.
coordinated with y'all attacks. Just want to put that
Here's
out
the
there.
thing: when a woman cheats, we're not cheating with somebody in our apartment building. I live in Queens. If I had a boyfriend and I'm cheating, I'm going to the Bronx. I'm going to Staten Island. I'm going far away from my home to do it.
Oh,
Because like with business and any other aspect of life, my grandmother used to say, "You don't shit where you eat."
that is true. But That's a long way to get some penis or some ass.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna make
I
sure
mean, you gotta
that
take a boat.
you do have to take a ferry to get to Staten Island. You
If you
do.
going to Staten Island to get some cutty, man, listen, she gotta be great. Hey. You live in Queens? Oh my God.
Yeah, because you got to
The
come all the way
journey?
into Manhattan to get on the
Especially if
ferry.
you're not driving. If you're in Queens, it's different. You can take the Queens, you can get on the tunnel.
I'm not driving,
And
so I gotta.
What?
It's gonna take me about 3
Oh,
hours
he
to
gotta
get
be
it.
DDD on demand.
As soon as I walk in the door, you better just be swinging. You
Lord
better
have
just
mercy.
be swinging.
Yeah, that's a long way to go get some. But on some serious note,
Okay.
though, I think that cheating is a mental thing. And it comes down to not having the right headspace
Mm-hmm.
and talking to the opposite sex, and not when you're not in the right headspace,
Mhm.
that leads you to do things.
So, do you agree with what Six said as far as you cheat because you're not with the person you're supposed to be with? If you're with the person you're supposed to be with, you wouldn't do it.
In a way, because I could tell you this: when you with somebody that you can't see yourself without, you don't think about anybody else but that person. So
Correct.
cheating is the furthest thing from your mind. The closest thing to your mind is, what can I do to improve and get us better and make us better? Even if y'all on good terms, you're still thinking, what's the next step we can accomplish together to get better?
Mm-hmm.
So, in a way, I think that's a point to where some guys, they do settle and grab somebody because they think, oh, they're cute or they have a big ass. You know, she got a fat ass, so I can make this work. But then when you get to
a big booty have to do
All
with
right, I just
compatibility
want to say,
and
little booties matter too. For all the little booties out there, we're not
Hi,
we're
my
not
name
gonna
is
forget about
Davina
y'all.
and I
nigga.
have a little
Little
booty.
booties matter, okay?
Hi.
All right. So just so y'all know, it's just that's how some things are. Men are visual and visual creatures,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes when we see is what we like. But in that process, once we get to know that person, sometimes it's like, okay, damn, I see her brains is in her ass. You know what I'm saying? Not for a Lord of Turn of the
Oh,
World.
okay. So that's gonna be my new thing because I don't have a big butt. Be like, I'm smart, so my brain didn't travel to my butt.
Okay. If you want to go with that, I mean, if it works, it
No
works.
shade to smart women with a big butt, but based on what you said, I must
I'm
be
just saying.
extremely smart.
I'm just saying. So what are they going to say to the woman that's big breasted? Damn, your brains didn't go past your titties?
I don't know. You tell me
I don't
because
know. I'm
these
just saying.
things sitting on my chest.
I'm just saying that's how people think sometimes.
It's a stopping point to be like, nope, go back up.
Return the sender.
Yeah.
Go back. No, but I think one of the top three reasons that men cheat is, one, I think is because some men feel that they can do what they want, and cheating is in their nature, and they're allowed to do it because they're a man. Some men have this thought process of, hey, the women outnumber us. Why am I supposed to be with one woman?
Okay, but if that's how you feel,
Don't be in a
why
relationship.
don't be in a
Stay
relationship,
single
or
and just have friends.
make sure that's known from jump, and give that woman the opportunity to decide if she wants to put up with this or if she wants to set you free to the birds who are okay with it.
Okay. And then there's the other men that just think that, you know, I'm not being treated fairly. She's disrespecting me, but you know, I've been with her so long, so you know what? I'll go out and just get somebody that makes me happy on the side and can be home and deal with this.
That's stupid.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's just different.
No, I get
mind
what you're
frames.
saying.
Like,
I'm
people
just
have
saying
different
that's
mind frames. And then
stupid.
some people in a relationship where they're with somebody, but they have bad sex, so they go out just to have the sex, but everything else they do is great. But when it comes to the sex part, you're like, how can I tell them they have bad? Like, they don't know how to bring that part to them that they have bad sex, so they go out and go find sex somewhere else.
Okay, go
And it's
listen
the
to
same
our
way
bad
with
sex
women.
episode.
It's
you might
just-
get some tips.
Yes, bad sex, sex drive. I mean,
Yeah,
go listen up.
that's crazy.
But for the same thing for women as well. I'm sure there's women out there like, damn, he's a great man, but he's lacking in the sex department, or he could be
Yeah.
he could be good in the sex department, but he's not giving me everything I need mentally. He don't mentally stimulate me when I go talk to this person. I'm aroused by just how he talks and how his mind works, and that made me want to give him some.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He mentally stimulated me.
Well, let's bring it back around. So if you're lagging in
An area.
one of the areas, do you feel like that means that that isn't the person for you? So what 6 Footer is saying is true. You're cheating because that isn't the person for you.
Like I said, in a way, because it could be the person for you, but depending on where your mental space is, you might not even realize that's the person for you because you're looking at all these other things that you need.
You're looking more at what the person doesn't have than what
instead
they
of what they
do
bring
have
for you, right?
Okay.
So you could miss out on somebody great because you're focused on all the things they don't do, and instead of worried about the things she do, like she makes sure you fed, she makes sure you're taken care of, she makes sure that y'all are taken care of, she supports you, she has your back, she runs ideas to you, she pushes you to want to do better. Okay, yeah, she's good at sex, but she doesn't go over the board. She's not over the limit freaky or does everything out there like some girl you might know that would have did, or some of your past partners. She's just basic. She's not really a sexual creature. She's enjoys sex, but she's basic. She's not
swinging off chandeliers and things like that.
She ain't trying to do nothing extra, but she's just trying to have a good time with you, please you, and then go to bed.
Okay. So what would you do in that situation? Where it doesn't necessarily have to be the sex. She could just not intellectually stimulate you the way you would want your significant other to.
You gotta have conversations. That's what conversations come in at. If you can't talk to somebody about how you feel in a relationship, then you're not supposed to be. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to Google the top reasons why men cheat, so we can see and see if what we're saying is really like adds up with what we're speaking.
Okay.
But if she doesn't grasp your mind and mentally stimulate you, then there's a lot of games out there that have like questions and stuff to go back and forth to get the mind broken. Like there's things you can do. There's games. There's board games couples games. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But shouldn't you realize this before you? Shouldn't you have realized this? And I'm just gonna take it back to last week's episode or maybe the week before's episode. Shouldn't this be something that you have realized during that dating and courting process? But see, some people don't pay attention to the right things during the dating and courting process.
They just worried about the pretty face.
No, they worried about whether. No offense to women, but some women worry about whether he's working, he has his own place, whether he has his own car, and he can provide. They're not. I just said some women. I'm not saying some are not thinking about, well, can he have a conversation? Can I bring him around my friends? Is he funny? Does he have a personality? Is he abusive?
Can we hold a conversation?
Is he abusive? What's his attitude like? But some people see house, car, good job, and like, all right, I can make this work because he has 3 things out of the top 10 that I need.
How do you make that work? And I'm not asking you. It's a rhetorical question. But like, how do you make? I've had conversations with men who are extremely wealthy, who have, I'm not going to say Fortune 500 businesses, but they have business, they're entrepreneurs and they're very successful in their line of work. But when we have a conversation, if you're only talking about yourself, if you're not asking me how my day was, if you're not it's like little things that I pick up on. If you're not doing that, I could care less how much money you have in the bank because that doesn't matter to me.
You just said it on the head. That don't matter to you. What you need is that mental stimulation and every other things that comes with being with somebody. Not everybody has that mentality.
That's
and plus we're in a different age group, and I'm not going to say that younger women and men don't think this way, because that's far from the truth. We have some young people that have the same mindset as some older people, but
and vice versa, some older people who need to go back to 19.
Right. So it's all dependent on the person and what they want and what they feel they need in their life. Some people connect because he was Sigma Cum Latte, and I was one of the ladies' fraternities, Phi
You said
Theta.
Sigma Cum. I thought you was talking about like valedictorian and stuff.
Like,
so like a Sigma and a Delta.
Right. well, you know what? You was a similar adult. I think that would make a good connection and growth because we have the same connections. You get what I'm saying? Like you'll have some connections over here, I have some connections over here. We can make that work and we could build it together.
Okay.
Like some people connect for the wrong reasons.
That's stupid.
Yo, you went to Howard. Oh, I went to Spelman. That's a perfect match.
That's good. So because
You know what
everybody
I'm
went to a HBCU,
Right,
we
right.
supposed to be together.
Oh, you went to law school? Oh, I went to med school. I'm a pre-med. Oh, let's make that work.
Right, because
get what I'm saying?
that's a huge one where it's like a lawyer is going to marry
Right.
a doctor and
Right,
vice
right.
versa.
But
And
sometimes you have to understand. Sometimes you don't need to marry somebody in that scale. Sometimes you need
Right.
Sometimes you need somebody that's in a lower scale to balance you out because sometimes high and high, the schedules and the
Right.
life conflicts and it doesn't work.
or it could still be too high and high. It could be a doctor and an executive. It could be a business owner and a lawyer.
Right.
It could be
It doesn't have to be the
broaden
same
your
scale.
horizon.
It doesn't have to be on the same scale.
Right.
It doesn't have to be on the same template or whatever.
I honestly don't know if I would want to date a beginning entrepreneur like myself because there's not enough hours in the day to tend to businesses, go to work full time, tend to each other, bounce ideas. It's like it's not enough time for everything. Like you could be an entrepreneur, but I would rather date someone who is more
Has
established
a career.
in their entrepreneurship to maybe even be like, okay, you're about to make a mistake doing this. I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt for it. So look at it this way.
Right.
You know?
Somebody that's going to help you grow and get better.
Exactly.
So there's nothing wrong with having two entrepreneurs together.
No, not at all.
That's not at all. Bouncing ideas off each other, getting feedback from each other, and some failures that you could teach that you went through that they can understand, and some
Right.
failures that you went through
Right.
that you could show them and it's just something that can collectively work out. But
Right.
not saying that two hierarchies won't match and gel because they can. If you really make it work, you can. You can be a lawyer and a doctor and make it work. That works out pretty fine. But you have to have a strong mental connection.
And you have to be worried about more than just what your careers are. Do you spiritually connect? Do you emotionally connect? Do you physically connect? It's more than just saying, oh yes, my significant other is a doctor. My significant other is a lawyer, or that's weird.
So do you think that when people don't have the spiritual aspect inside the relationship, that's a reason why people step out of it?
I wouldn't say spiritually that's a reason why people step out of it. I think in relationships that can cause a lot of arguments. It might be somebody who needs that spirituality and your significant other isn't getting it and they sleep around with Deacon Johnson after church on Sunday before they come home. I'm not saying that doesn't happen.
I've heard a few stories.
I
About some
have too.
deacons. But let's go into the top 10 reasons why men cheat.
Let's go.
The first reason, an ex walked back into the picture.
That
Thoughts
means
on
you
that?
were never over that person.
It should never been in a relationship from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
2, he just plain wants out.
That can backfire.
According to this survey, it says his partner may think the relationship is all peaches and gravy, but he may think otherwise and not have the guts to confront his other half about it.
That could backfire.
3rd, poor judgment and willpower are at fault.
Okay, I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
I think that would be like number 2 because willpower and judgment is a big key to why men cheat.
I agree.
4, his needs aren't being met.
Okay, we discussed that.
Okay. 5, he's feeling depressed or anxious.
What the hell does that have to do with cheating?
It says everyone experiences depressed feelings and anxiety to a certain degree. The issue is whether or not those thoughts come from the relationship. If he's feeling lonely within his relationship, emasculated in some way, or angry with his partner, it could certainly lead to a man cheating. However,
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
it's important to note that cheating tends to exuberate existing anxiety and depressions.
Get the hell out. No, I'm not. No. Keep going, then I'll ask my
All right.
question.
Number 6 was evolution is to blame, meaning
Move on. 7.
he has potential psychopathic tendencies. He's crazy.
8.
He has problems getting it up.
But he can get it up for another female. Get the 9.
Look, can I just read what it says about 8? It says we found that men with a higher propensity for what we call sexual inhabilitation due to the threat of performance concerns, getting it hard, keeping it hard, and that sort of thing, are more likely to engage in infidelity. It comes down to a need for validation. If he can't perform with his significant other, he is less of a man. And the easy way to counter those feelings of inadequacy is to try to find a physical connection with someone new.
So you have no problem with me still saying, okay, Wet Willie, Mr. Limp Noodle. You have
Willie?
no. I'm just saying.
What when you put your finger in?
I know, but it's still like Wet Willie can also be like a limp thing.
That gotta be a buffalo thing.
Maybe. But I'm just saying. Like, so you have no problem with me saying that to you, and instead of figuring out why you're like that with me, you go to I'm not even gonna call her out her name because she may or may not know that you're in a relationship, but that's bullshit. That is bullshit.
Okay.
Moving on.
Number 9, he's just plain old addicted to sex. He's a sex
That's
addict.
a cop out.
He's a sex addict.
That's a cop out.
And last but not least, because he's a total ass.
That should have been number 1. That should have been number 1. My question
like
before you go off of it.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Who did, a man or a woman write that article?
According to this article by Ari Notice.
Okay, there's no way to tell.
Right. I don't know if that's a man or a woman name.
When was it written?
July 29th of 2020.
Okay, so it's fairly recent. Okay, I call bullshit.
Okay, so I'm going to now look up the top 10 reasons why women cheat.
Okay, let's do it. It's still going to be some bullshit.
I mean, I think this y'all just more methodical.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, that's
and they have high anxiety and they're depressed. That is the bullshittiest
why is it bullshit?
Bullshittiest excuse I've ever heard in my life.
But why? All right, so this one was wrote in January 11th of 2021.
Okay.
By a woman, Kathy Mayer.
Okay.
So her top 10 reasons why women cheat are, let's go. The first one is they're dealing with low self-esteem. Her reason saying is
okay, so another man comes in and be like, "You're so beautiful. Oh, hello, gorgeous." It's the person who put you in that morning rotation that's doing that. Okay, keep going.
They feel emotionally starved.
Okay, women do cheat for emotional reasons more than any other reason. All right.
They're expressing anger and retribution.
Because he cheated, so I'm going to go out and cheat? That's stupid.
Some women enter into a relationship with an idealized image of how their spouse should behave as a parent, partner, or professional. When the partner falls short of
you go cheat
of the expectations, it can create a divide in the relationship that provides the impetus to stray.
Okay, so because he didn't live up to the craziness you put in your head, I'm not saying it's all crazy, you go cheat because that's going to make it better.
Well, listen to this line right here, though. Some women expect their partner to meet their needs and desires even when they don't bother to share what those needs and desires are.
So now you want a psychic and a mind reader. I got you.
When the partner is when their partner inevitably fails them, these women will sometimes turn to someone else.
So that person can lie and say, "I would never treat you that way. Drop them panties so I can give you what you really need." Get the hell out of here. Next.
The voiceover. It was the voiceover for me. I'm telling you it was. All right. They're craving excitement.
Okay.
And the fact, it says in a study by Eric Anderson, which is a man, he said it was found that 67% of heterosexual married women who cheat sought out romantic passion.
That's called...
Wait. Oh. There's more. Yet, 100% of the women deny any intentions of leaving their husbands. Wow.
That's stupid as hell because somebody put a ring on this finger right here. Baby, let's role play. I'm gonna meet you at Hotel Z and I'm gonna be dressed with a wig on you've never seen before and we'll just
What
go
if you
from
don't
there.
like wigs? He's like, nah,
Oh,
change.
shut the hell up. It's role play.
He's like, no, I don't want you to wear a wig.
And I'm like, hey, how you doing?
All right, what if you go to the wrong hotel and you pick up somebody else?
Then I'm gonna beat your ass. How about that? But no, it's about keeping it spicy in your relationship.
Of course.
Role play. Do that having sex with a stranger with your husband or your wife. So it's that excitement that you need, but
Okay.
you're not cheating.
That's true. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Ladies,
Next.
they feel sexually deprived.
Okay, they gave that reason for a man too.
They're lonely.
Okay, so that executive, that doctor, that lawyer, that entrepreneur that you were so in love with because of their job title, now you see that has to work 23 out of 24 hours a day, and now you mad.
A little bit, a little mad. A little
Okay.
mad. They lack a secure attachment.
They lack a secure attachment.
Okay, so let me read a little bit what they're
Please.
saying about it. So it says, attachment theory suggests that early childhood relationships influence how we perceive and behave in our intimate relationships as adults. Depending on the care and nurturing or lack of thereof that one child receives, they fall into one of three attachment styles as an adult. Secure, having a well-adjusted expectation and approaches to relationship. Anxious, exhibiting fear of abandonment. Or avoided, preferring to return to their independence from others. That's a good point. So there's three different styles
Time
of
out.
attachment.
So what you're saying
Yes.
is if I fear attachment, if I fear someone leaving, I'm going to go
No,
cheat?
the lack of a secure attachment. The lack of.
Okay, read those again.
Okay, so attachment theory suggests that early childhood relationships, how we perceive and behave in our intimate relationships as adults, depending on the care and nurturing or lack thereof that one receives as a child. They fall into one of three attachment styles.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is secure, having well adjusted expectations and approaches to relationships.
Okay.
Anxious, exhibiting fear of abandonment.
That was the one.
Okay.
That no. That's all I need to hear.
Okay.
So because I'm scared that you're going to leave me, I'm gonna go cheat on you. Make it make sense.
Okay.
Make it make sense.
And it said the last one was avoided, preferring to retain their independence from others. So it says.
So don't get married. Don't get into a relationship.
But listen what it says. It says women
Oh
who
my
identify with the latter two insecure attachment styles are more likely to display characteristics, think clinginess and dismissiveness. So that means if you have an avoidant
Avoidance.
or an anxious trait, you would be either clingy or dismissive. It says
Well,
that,
hell, maybe I have one because I can be dismissive.
that interferes with a healthy romantic relationships.
But that's not going to make me
It
cheat
says
on someone.
they're more likely to cheat as they seek out reassurance from a third-party partner to attempt to avoid
That's
the
stupid.
intimacy of the primary relationship.
What's the next number?
They're going through a midlife crisis.
No, the hell they not, because I'm at that age where I might start going through a midlife crisis, and if I get a man, I'm not cheating on him.
You know the age for midlife crisis is 35 or 60.
Okay, well, hell, I'm right in the middle of it.
Not in the middle yet.
Almost.
You got like a couple more years to go.
Well, thank you,
You're
sir.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're doing pretty good so far. It says it has less to do with age than extenuating circumstances. Major life events such as death of a parent or a milestone birthday
That's still not gonna make
may
me cheat.
trigger a lifestyle crisis in a woman, causing them to wrestle with the burden of greatness. That is the socio-cultural expectation that women can and should have it all: a successful career, a loving partner, an adoring children, and so on.
Okay, so I don't have children. I'm not going to have children. So does that mean I'm more likely to cheat?
Yep.
Get the move on. Next. Because this is stupid. This is dumb. Next.
You're toxic.
Moving on. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Oh my goodness. All right. The next one is they're contending with an underlying condition.
Of what? Wholeness? Of what?
Okay, according to from a guy, depression and infidelity.
Why is she referencing men in her article?
According to Joel Block, he says depression and infidelity go hand in hand. An affair is exciting so much that the brain can begin to pump out dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, neurotransmitters we produce when we attach to someone, but which not so coincidentally are the same chemicals produced when we take
so basically that's saying
in other
your
words,
adrenaline kicks in to overdrive when you're cheating.
It says, in other words, a woman who cheats and self-medicating through their infidelities.
She nasty. Moving on. Next.
Okay. And that was the last.
Okay, because
one.
most of those after like the third one was stupid.
Why? Why would you say it was
because
stupid?
So you're telling me adrenaline is gonna make me cheat?
No, it's because
childhood trauma is gonna make me cheat.
Yeah, because you're toxic. Because you don't have no kids. That's
I don't have any children, so I'm going to cheat.
You got a fur baby, so that's kind of a half of a kid.
You sound as crazy as that article.
I'm just listen. Don't knock me. This is the article that was on here. I mean, I could always pick a different article. But
no, we're good.
Sure,
I don't want to hear any more foolishness when it comes to reasons or trying to give me an explanation why someone cheats.
This I ain't gonna read this one.
Thank you. I'm more prone to.
All right, I just want to read this one stat. It says that a recent study found out that
study when was it written?
This was written in 2019.
Okay.
But this says this recent study shows that married women who admit to cheating on their spouses has increased by 40% since 1990.
Because they tired of your shit and they probably want to leave.
So it's always got to be boiled down to the man. It's our shit.
Whoever. I feel like if somebody cheats and they tell you, it's one of two things. They're truly, truly remorseful and they want to fix it, or
you drove them to a point.
They want to get rid of you, but they don't want to be the one to end it. So they tell you so you can be like, oh my God, fuck you, it's over. And start throwing stuff out of windows and off porches and stuff.
That's how you see a relationship ending once a cheater admits he's cheating?
For
Do you
some
know
people.
that people go through all that and then go outside and pick it up and be like, don't leave?
Well, now that's toxic. That's toxic.
I'm just saying, people do that. People will literally see, you know when you messed up? When your shit ain't outside like that.
Well, see, I'm not throwing stuff out.
When your stuff is neatly packed in a box or a bag by the door, you fucked up. You know you fucked up because she was calm when she did it. She wasn't mad. She wasn't in no type of attitude. She folded your clothes, put them in a box.
That's like that's like Kevin Hart when he was like, when a woman goes from frantic to calm, I can't believe you did this shit to me. But it's the last time you will ever cheat on me. So yeah, okay, I can agree with that.
I think when a woman handles it too calm,
when a woman's fed up,
that's crazy. But I don't think going back to the Lord have mercy. I just don't think that it's really based on who you end up with. I just think it depends on the person you are.
The person who's cheating, the cheater.
It actually
not the innocent party that has to do with it.
There's no innocent party.
Excuse me, if I am the girlfriend and you're cheating on me, I am innocent.
But you could be the toxic girlfriend.
But I'm not
that
toxic.
Stresses me out and then sends me a Bible verse.
I'm not toxic.
Then you could be the woman that says mean things, degrading, and put me down all the time, and then
Okay, I'm
that
not
doesn't
talking about
mean
those type of stupid people. I'm talking about people like me who are innocent and loving and caring and caters to their significant other and loves their significant other and will do anything for him if he's a wonderful man. And then you go out and cheat on me, you deserve everything you get.
Are y'all looking at her tell this bullshit story?
I am that person. I am.
Okay,
I
I
can't.
take your word for it.
Whatever. No, I'm lying. I'm not going that far. But I do try to cater to my significant other.
Okay, some people might think that's a little bit too smothering.
No. I'm not smothering with it.
It depends on what you're doing.
I'm not smothering with it. I'm just moving on.
It don't. What's your thoughts on it? Do you really think a man will cheat because he's not with the woman that he's supposed to be with? Do you really think that's
I
a
think
reason?
a man will cheat, and excuse what I'm about to say. I think a man will cheat because he just wants to get his dick wet.
I could take a shower and get my dick wet.
But okay, I was about to get real graphic.
I'm just saying, like,
You can, but it's not the same thing. It's not that, I don't know, I don't have a penis, but I guess it's not that warm and cozy place that of a vagina.
oh, okay. They got toys for that too.
It's not the same thing. It's not, just like a vibrator is not the same thing as the real thing.
It's not, but if you use it enough, you'll become used to a vibrator more than you
You
become
will.
used to the real thing.
That's why I'm afraid. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Lord Jesus.
I'm kidding. I don't use mine that much.
I ain't gonna tell them about that box of batteries that came in from Amazon.
I don't need to shop at Amazon for my batteries. I can go right to work and get some. How about that?
No.
But no, I think that there are times where if you're not with the right person and you know you're not with the right person and you don't know how to end it, you can cheat. It doesn't give you permission to, it doesn't give you a license to cheat, but that can happen.
Sorry. I just
Am I boring you?
No. I just honestly think that we all have our own reasons for doing the things we do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's no justification for stepping out of your relationship or your friendship or your dating or your girlfriend or whatever it is that y'all are.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we handle things the wrong way because we can't communicate with the other person, or we don't know how to talk to the other person about things that we need or they're lacking.
That's why communication should always be in the top 3
Right.
of the dating and courting process.
A lot of people can't communicate. A lot of people can't explain
Use your
what they
words.
want or what they need. Because you know what? Some people don't really know what they want and need. Some people just know, hey, I want a man. They might have a list. I want a man. I want him tall. I want him good looking. I want him to have a job. I want him to have a car. I want him to have his own place. And then they be like, and I can work with that.
But what about the person as a person?
Right. So
Does he have a good heart? Can he
Right.
communicate? Can he be faithful? You know, you
can
can't just look.
Can we hang out around my friends?
Right.
Can we have a good time? Like,
Right. You can't just look at a person and look at the material things and say, this is the person for me. Because guess what? Those material things you can acquire together.
that is true. As a couple, I think that's probably one things I miss about being a couple is accomplishing things together. I had somebody that
Yeah.
had my back to go through things, so we would push each other forward and things like that. But at the same time, as a single individual, you have to learn to stand on your own because there might be a time when your significant other falls and you have to be the strong
You
one
have
to
to
hold
pick up
it
the
down.
slack. Yeah.
So when we go through things as a single purpose, it's preparing us to be that person. So when our significant other ever happens to fall, we can always know we can do that job.
If you're looking at it that way.
Right.
Because some people look at singlehood as just waiting for the next conquest to come to be in a relationship with.
Right.
You can't, like, there are some people who relationship hop and they do it amazingly.
I can't do that.
I can't either.
I can't relationship hop like I ball hop.
Right.
Like, I can't do that. Like, I can't be with somebody for 2 years and then we break up and then next month I'm with somebody else.
Right. No.
I can't do that.
No.
Like, if you with somebody for 2 years, I would think that you have an emotional attachment and that you need to break that emotional attachment to that person.
You would think so. So
But
you don't
some people do
date
it.
someone.
You know, listen,
next.
man. I know some people that have a new king every week.
What, you got a royal flush? What is going on? I don't know card references, so
Oh, so you tried
I thank you. I did.
horribly, but you tried.
But I tried. I don't. Whatever.
Listen, when you're ready
Mm-hmm.
and you find the right one, you will know. Now, I always say this, but you have to be honest and true with yourself in the dating process and dig deep and see if this is somebody that you really want to be with. And you have to ask questions that might be scaring or might push them away, because as you get older, you don't have time to play around with somebody
You
and just
don't.
be like, "Oh, you like blue? Oh my God, that's so cute. I like green. Damn, blue and green, that make a nice little color. We can mix that together." No. What do you want to do in the next couple of years?
Where
What
do you
have
see yourself
planned for
in
yourself?
1, 5, and
Do
10
you
years?
want to still stay in New York City, or do you want to get older and move somewhere where
I'm out.
the living would be more better
I'm
and we
out.
can live more comfortably? Like, these are all questions, because you might get with somebody that's like, "Well, I ain't leaving where I'm from. That's just where I'm from," and it's like,
You're like, do you know
so
there's
you
a whole
another-
world out
yeah,
there?
it's a whole world, and it might be better somewhere else. It doesn't necessarily have to be
Correct.
where you at the
Correct.
moment.
Did you know that you could take the money that you making here in New York City and go live here
Mhm.
and have a house 10 times bigger than this hole in the wall that you paying a mortgage on right now?
Mhm.
Did you know that?
So
I
these are
don't
all
get
things
it.
that we need to learn when we dating somebody, so that way
Right.
we won't cheat. We
Right.
won't cheat, and
And take more time in that dating courting process. And I'm using both words because how we said they're interchangeable.
right.
So take more time. I just made a TikTok that said if you spend more time getting to know someone, you'll spend less time trying to end the relationship or something along those lines. So if I take an extra 30 to 45 days to be like, let me see how let me bring this person around at least 2 people that are extremely important to me to see how they interact with my family and, get a read on how my family looks at this person. Because like I said on the live on Monday, sometimes we put on rose-colored glasses and can't see something that is staring us right in the face. But somebody in our family would be like,
But you also have the family members that judge just to judge, so you can't really take that as a grain of salt.
you
as
have to
well.
pick the right family member for that.
Me personally, I don't think family members should be a part of the choosing process. What I do is if I feel if I'm comfortable enough of being around family, is just to see how she gels around my family.
Right. No,
Like-
well, I'm saying the same
Like,
thing,
but
but
to grade her or see
no,
if she's
no.
different,
It's not grading them. It's just like, let's just say I went to Buffalo and I took somebody I was dating with me to Buffalo.
Richard Lawson.
I'm taking Richard Lawson to Buffalo. When I get home, I'm going to ask my family, so what did you think of Richard?
Right.
9 times out of 10, unless it's my aunt, I'm going to take what you say with a grain of salt. I know which one of my sisters to introduce to someone first, because I know which one is going to be harder on a man that I'm dating because of things I've been through and they've seen it.
Right.
So both of them are going to be hard on you, but one sister is going to be like, "What you doing with my sister? You bet." Come here, let me holler at you for a minute, and they gonna have 50 million
I
questions.
already know what sister that is too. Just by I can tell.
I bet you do. But I already know,
Mhm.
you know. So, and I'm sure when my nephews get older, they'll have an opinion. Well, hopefully by the time my
They
nephews get older,
should.
I'm with.
They should have a.
Well, when I say an opinion, I mean like Auntie Didi, I don't like him or something like that. That's how I feel.
No.
So, and because it's the same thing as if you have a kid.
If Sasha don't like him, that's something different. Nephews,
But
nephews.
Sasha don't like
nephew-
no. I mean, Sasha like everybody.
Dogs no. Dogs no.
So, let me tell you this story real quick. Sasha jumped up last night. It was like 12:30, and just started growling towards my door. I was like, Lord, is this how it's going to end? Because I thought somebody had broken into my apartment. I'm like, oh my
You know
God.
they see ghosts and other stuff like that too, right?
I think she saw a ghost.
Somebody was watching you.
Yeah. Moving on.
Richard Lawson was peeking in your house.
I think it was Robert. I think it was Robert. But yeah, but okay, we gotta wind down. Final thoughts.
Final.
This hour went by quick as hell.
Final thoughts. I don't think who you date. If you're not dating the person you like, depends on cheating. I just think it all depends on mental aspects, what you've been through in life, how you treat a person, and communication. All those intertwine together to make reasons of why a man or a woman will cheat, because one of those 3 or 5 things is not synchronized and working in a relationship.
Okay. Okay.
So, men are going to choose who they want to choose. Women are going to choose who they want to choose. And it's up to us whether we communicate and ask the questions we need to ask so that way we can build strong relationships and make it last. Or if there's something that's just going to flow and they're going to wing it as it goes, then that's where we're going to make mistakes.
Okay. I think people who cheat are punks. Period.
Period, Pooh?
Period. Exclamation point.
Okay. Well, guess what?
What?
Everybody and their mama done did something behind somebody's back, even if it was just a phone call or a text to somebody else.
I agree.
So
I agree with that.
we just have to have serious conversations between each other.
And it's when you do it too. I mean, it's never right to cheat, but something I did when I was 20 and something I do at 42, my mental is completely different.
And one of my favorite words is transparency. You have to be.
So if you were dating someone, would you tell them if you were in communication with, besides your daughter's mother, would you tell them if you were in communication with a ex? Babe, we got into a fight and I text Keisha.
It all depends on if the girl I'm with now knows that me and Keisha are still cool. If I just text Keisha because I was mad at her, I'm dead wrong. There's nothing I can say to make that right. I'm dead wrong. I never contacted her before, and I'm contacting her once we have a fight. I'm dead wrong.
Okay.
She has every right to flip out on me if when I tell her, hey, I did something stupid. I text my ex because I was mad. She has every right to flip out on me
and I hope she do.
And say, listen, how can I trust you if we ever get in an argument again because you did something stupid?
Right.
So
I hope she do. I'm gonna have her back on that one.
Lord have mercy.
Like, that's right, girl. Anyways, as always, now is the time that we slide in here and tell y'all to follow us on our social media.
That's right.
Tim's and Stilettos. You
Instagram.
Yes, that is Instagram. And I'm about to say Timberland. No. Twitter.
Okay, Twitter, Tim's and Stilettos as well. Is the hyphens on Twitter?
No.
So on Instagram, it's just Tim's with the underscore and underscore Stilettos.
Yes. And on Twitter, I think it's just Tim's and S.
Okay.
Because the handle was too long.
Okay.
And YouTube, it's Tim's and Stilettos. You can just search Tim's and Stilettos, and it'll come up. Hopefully, my handsome co-host here will finish his
tonight. I'll do
get
finish
to know me so
I'll
that
finish the editing tonight
he
so it can
can
be out
upload
Monday.
it. Okay. Oh, we gonna have a busy Monday.
It's gonna be a very busy Monday. We're gonna have the YouTube video coming out. We got a new episode coming out. And also Monday we got live at 8 p.m. So don't forget to
Yes.
join us live at 8 p.m.
Our lives are getting crazier and
It
crazier.
is.
and
I think we
love
should
it.
bring somebody and one person in just to
On
see
Monday?
how it goes.
You want to randomly do
Just
it?
randomly pull somebody
Okay.
in.
I know who we should pull in.
All right. Don't say
But
that
I'll
on-
tell
don't
you
say that on the
when
air.
we get off the air, I'm gonna tell you who I think we should put. I think you know the two people that I think we should pull in.
I already know they either both from Canada.
Well, one is I don't know. The other one I don't think is Canadian.
Africa.
That's who I'm talking about. But the other one I don't think is Canadian.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. All right, y'all. Well, as always, do you have anything else? Are you gonna be anywhere that the people can be like, oh my God, it's Harvard?
Wednesday night I'm gonna probably jump on a live. So if y'all are willing to jump on, I will be just pulling somebody in to do one-on-one conversations with Wednesday.
Okay.
So I look forward to that.
Okay.
I will do some promoting for that on after Monday. See who's
Nice.
ready for that, so we can. have some-
Okay. I think I'm going to do, I know I'm supposed to do Wind Down Wednesdays, but I think I'm going to have to do like Thirsty Thursdays because, you know, I Zoom with my girlfriends
Right.
on
That's why
Wednesdays.
I said I'll take Wednesdays because you do Zoom so often.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I'll just start doing Thursdays or Freestyle Fridays or something like that.
Hey,
I
listen.
think I'll do Fridays.
Okay.
Fridays or Saturday. Maybe I'll even do Saturdays since I'm already dressed when I get home
Mm-hmm.
and I can just hop on real quick.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
So we'll figure that
And
out.
I might just come on the live just to bother y'all.
That's fine. That's fine. I think we should have a round table here in studio,
Okay.
but like an all guys one and an all girls one.
Why
I
you want to
think that'd be
separate?
dope.
We're the hosts together.
I know, but you know.
We could do a round table and bring some women in, and then I could be the only guy. Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
And then we could do a round table with some guys or something.
And
like
I'll
that.
be the only
Yeah,
girl.
I mean, it's only right to do it like that. So, with that being said, thank y'all for joining us tonight on Thames and Stiletto.
As always, this is oh my goodness, this
Mhm.
Okay, so thank y'all so much for listening. As always, I am your favorite girl, Davina.
And your least favorite guy,
Oh
Omar.
my goodness. And we thank you so much for listening to another wonderful episode of Tim's and Stilettos. We will see you tonight at 8 p.m.
Don't forget to log in.
Yes, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Later, guys.